Welcome to Dodging London. I would like to start my channel off by telling a story that really blew me away. It came from a good friend of mine who never tells ghost stories and never speaks illogically or unintelligently. He told a story regarding a haunted dresser that affected his girlfriend's kid. Short story long, they needed to hunt down some furniture for the kid's bedroom when they moved into a new house. They saw a garage that was having a sale down the block. Ended up picking out a dresser, brought it home, put it into the younger child's room. Time went on, and they thought the younger brother and older brother were roughhousing too much, and there was scratches all over his body. Well, the mother got onto the older brother and said, "Hey, you can't be scratching up your brother. You're going to get attention at school for us, and it could cause Child Protective Services to come after us. You know the gig." Well, a close friend of mine was the boyfriend to this single mother, and got a first-hand account of what this story of supernatural happenings entailed. This guy never told any fibs or never told any goofy stories. He was always very serious. I guess that's what makes his story so compelling. As he started the story, he would always speak of how the mother got really skeptical, so she started to think her son was scratching himself in his sleep. She went to bed with him one night, and he woke up with brand new scratches all over his body, remarkably underneath his clothes, that were highly improbable to effect if he scratched himself while sleeping. Time went on, and it started to really spook her out. She couldn't figure out what they were coming from. And then her youngest son started to speak of having dreams with playing with a little boy. This really got her spooked, so she called her grandmother, or the child's grandmother. Immediately, the grandmother was Catholic and started suspecting that it was a haunting or a possession, so she got a priest involved to bless the home, and it did the whole nine with the holy water and the smoke. It calmed down for a bit, but a few weeks later it came back. This is the part where the story gets really scary, coming from somebody who never speaks of any supernatural ghost stories. My close friend said that out of desperation, they ended up hiring a psychic medium to examine the home. Perhaps the home was haunted in some way. The psychic medium arrived on a Saturday, walked through the front door, and said, "May I please see the children's room?" Upon entering the threshold of the children's room, he immediately yanked to the right of the room, put his hands up, and said, "Where did you get this furniture?" They both kind of looked at him a little skeptical, because it was nothing but an innocent-looking children's dresser. He said, "It's radiating negative energy, and you need to get rid of it right away." They really had no reason to argue him, so they took it outside and placed it on the curb, and in a few days it disappeared. Well, after that, everything stopped, and they got extremely curious after that how the happenings just quit. Like it never happened, and the children went on playing naturally and never asked anything about it ever again. Well, my friend and his girlfriend ended up walking down the street to inquire about the dresser where they bought it from. Unfortunately, they found out that the dresser was a part of a children's set that came from a bedroom of a small boy. The family had recently lost their son 3 months prior to that garage sale. The father ended up saying some derogatory things to their 8-year-old boy, and no one knows how he figured it out, but he ended up going into his closet and hanging himself in his own bedroom.